We have obtained information that this curry udon with pork cutlet, Katsu curry udon, is quite popular among the udon that foreign visitors to Japan have eaten. I have never had this before, but when I made it and tried it, it was really good. So I'd like to share it with you. Please look forward to my tips on how to make a super tasty curry soup. It's so easy that you can try it right away. First of all, let's prepare tonkatsu. Before making butter, mix the egg well. It's important to mix the yolks and white with a whisk to make them smooth. Today I will make Katsu curry udon for 2 people, so use only half an egg. Add flour and water. Add a little bit of oil here. This way the meat is coated with oil and the tonkatsu becomes crispy. Mix well to make a smooth batter. Today I went to a local butcher shop and got this pork loin specifically for tonkatsu. So this meat already has a cut in it like this. If the meat is not cut in this way, it will warp when fried, so please cut it in. Sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides of the pork. Be careful not to apply too much. Do not apply too much, but spread it evenly over the entire area. Sprinkle a thin layer of flour over the entire surface. A strainer can be used to more evenly and thinly dust the flour. Be sure to dust the sides of the pork with flour as well. I used thin meat today, but thicker meat will work as well. If too much flour is dusted on the surface, tap it with your hand to remove it lightly. Coat the pork firmly with the butter. Then coat with panko. This amount of butter is perfect for 2 servings of tonkatsu. Spoon a little butter on any areas that are not well breaded, then add panko. By the way, there is another way to dip the floured meat in only egg and then panko instead of using butter. However, it's easier to make crispy tonkatsu with butter because the panko will stick to the meat more firmly and without failure. Next, I'm making curry soup. Cut onion into small, thin slices. To make it look like Katsu curry udon at a restaurant, prepare green onions as toppings. Prepare pork belly too. If you do not make tonkatsu and simply enjoy curry udon, I recommend increasing the amount of meat. In this case, because there will be tonkatsu, less meat will be used in the soup. Also, if you prefer chicken to pork, prepare chicken. Stir-fry onion with a little oil. Fry the onions until slightly browned, so the heat can be high. After frying until this level of color is achieved, add the meat. Sprinkle a little salt on the meat. By the way, if you want to add more meat, you can reduce the amount of onions, or even eliminate the onions and add more meat. Adjust the onions and meat together to about 120 grams. If it burns easily, add a little more oil. When the pork is cooked, add curry powder. It contains turmeric, coriander, cumin, pepper, red pepper, and so on. This is a brand of curry powder called SMB, but you can mix your own spices as you like. Turn off the heat once the curry powder is well coated with the pork and onions so that it does not burn. This is not just a curry soup, but also a soup for udon noodles, and I will season it to fit. Add soy sauce, sake, mirin, sugar, dashi powder, and miso paste. Miso and curry powder go very well together, and miso is recommended to be added as it gives a rich flavor. Mix well while dissolving miso. Turn on the heat. Add water. Cover and bring to a boil. The curry powder I just added is from this red can. Today, in addition to the curry powder, I will also use curry roux that I normally use for curry. This is a favorite brand of mine and my husband's called Java Curry. We love the hot version of this. This is quite spicy and I think the spice blend is tastier than other brands. Prepare your favorite curry roux. Of course, it's also tasty with mild curry roux. Why add two types? Curry powder gives a savory aroma of spices, while curry roux adds a deep richness to the flavor. The two have their own advantage, and using both makes for a tastier curry soup. Use 2 servings of this. When boiling, remove scum. Add curry roux. Stir to thoroughly dissolve the roux. If you don't have curry powder or any spices that could be substituted for it, you can just use curry roux. In that case, you should use 2.5 servings or 3 servings of curry roux. Cook over low heat for 5 minutes. This is not yet complete. I'll come back to this later because I'm putting something important at the end. After about 5 minutes, turn off the heat. In the meantime, fry the tonkatsu. I use clear sesame oil for frying. Unlike dark-colored roasted sesame oil, there is little scent and it's suitable for deep frying food. It makes fried food taste exceptionally better than regular vegetable oil, so if you can, give it a try. Try adding a piece of panko to the warm oil, and if it rises to the top immediately, you are ready to add the meat. Fry over medium heat for 3 minutes. If pork is thick, fry for 4 minutes. Frying less oil makes it easier to fry without failure because the oil temperature is less likely to drop. Turn over and fry the other side for 3 to 4 minutes. When both sides are golden brown, it's done. Instead of cutting the pork cutlet immediately, let it cool for about 3 to 4 minutes before cutting. It's easier to cut that way, and the residual heat allows it to cook completely. Next, let's prepare udon. Since my udon noodles are already boiled, I only need to prepare boiling water and warm it slightly. Prepare udon noodles according to the package directions, as the boiling time and so on varies from item to item. Boil this for 1.5 minutes. Drain off the hot water and place in a bowl. Prepare 1 teaspoon of potato starch, add a teaspoon of water to it and mix. Thicken the curry slightly to make it easier to mix with udon noodles. If you do not have potato starch, you can skip this step. Turn heat to medium and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Mix well to avoid lumps of potato starch. Finally, add a little milk to make it creamy. The taste is much different without it. You can add soy milk instead. If you don't want to add milk, taste, and if the curry soup tastes a little strong, add a little more water. Let's cut the tonkatsu. For a soup over udon noodles. Today's tonkatsu is a little thin and big that it almost hides the udon noodles. Garnish with a little green onion and it's perfect. I've had cutlet curry many times before, but I never knew cutlet curry udon could be this good. It was a surprise. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do. This time I made Japanese-style pickles as a side dish to go with curry udon. Please check out our membership video for this recipe. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video!